So when you go to the website, and you can put your own rentals in it, you see? And if you're little bit serious with it, you ask other agents, if you can put their rental listing in the website. What you can do also, you can call, a few of these communities and find out if they accept Section 8.
You can get this book from Publix.
You can get it Publix.
It's for free. It's on the door.
Yeah. So you need to have inventory. By the time the tenant call you, then you start looking. A lot of landlords don't want to work with Section 8. A lot of communities don't approve Section 8. So what you gonna do? By the time you're back with the information, the client is gone, because she don't call one agent. She keep calling, or she calling from the list. You understand? When they call me, I log them in right away. And this is what I said. I said, yeah, I have like 45 rental properties, which is the truth, but it's not all mine. That I can help you with. What are you looking for? 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, what? And some of them don't want to tell how much is the voucher. I said, look, I don't know how much you can afford. I have so many properties that I can help you with, but how much can you? How much is a voucher? Without knowing how much is a voucher, you cannot go and show houses. You're wasting your time. So your job is really, the first step is preparation. You got to prepare yourself, because this is your business. This is your product. You must know your product. You must know about Section 8. You must know different ones, and each one has different requirements. For instance, West Palm Beach Housing Authority don't require to notarize the paperwork. You see, the Housing Authority, 45th Street, no, sorry, it's just the other way around. 45th Street, you don't need a requirement to notarize the paperwork. The landlord has to notarize it for West Palm Beach Housing Authority. Without that, you cannot get the approval done. This is another thing that's very important. The time. There's so much parties involved in that process, because the inspection can delay the process. The association approval can delay the process. You have a specific time to work in. And sometimes, some of these Section 8 people, they come at the last moment, 2 weeks. I said, okay, I will try, but, I'm not promising you. Because it's hard to get in 2 weeks, get the forms filled in, get the landlord to sign everything, and notarize it, send it to the caseworker. The caseworker has to schedule the inspection. Officially, they take 2 weeks. They can take up to 2 weeks. Only that can delay the process. Now, step by step, you must know which housing authority. Secondly, you must know as much information about the tenant as possible. Thirdly, before you do any showing, you have to pre-qualify them. What area they like, how many rooms. I ask them this: do you have any problem with your background? Some associations hard to get in. You need to ask these things. Many times in the beginning, I go show the houses, I find out they have felony, this, you waste your time. Okay? And thirdly, I asked them this. I said, do you have the security deposits? Many times, they don't have it. Don't believe what they're telling you, okay? But at least you have an indication, I moved last month up to 6 people in without having the full amount of security. So what you gonna do? You see, we need to get paid, So now here's the trick really with the voucher. Not all of the voucher Section 8 is paying. Let's say the voucher is for $1,200. You're going to look for a house for rent for $1,200. So the landlord thinking that they will get paid from Section 8 $1,200, which is not so. Many times there's a portion that the tenant must pay also. although Section is guaranteeing the landlord 12 months for that 1200 in this example. Before you understand? Now you have to educate the agents even. Sometimes you do a showing. You call the agent. Do you accept Section 8? If they're not familiar, they don't know. Sometimes the owner do not know. So you have to emphasize the advantages of Section 8. For instance, it's a guarantee for, doesn't matter if the tenant even walk away, the tenant lose the job, doesn't matter. Section 8 guarantee 12 months rent for the landlord, which is essential for the landlord. And I tell them, I said, look, in the beginning we have to do some paperwork, but it's worth it because the rent is guaranteed. And even when the tenant walk away, Section 8 will pay you 12 months the rent.
Of their proportion, not
Oh, they're responsible
all.
for. If the tenant, I had a case in Shaker Village in Fort Lauderdale. The lady was approved. She moved in, and then I think 4 months later, she met her former boyfriend, a children's father, but he was living in Chicago. So she asked her to come over to Chicago. So she called me. She said, Nasier, I want to cancel my lease contract and go to Chicago. I said, okay, but what's going to happen with the rent? We have an agreement here. So she go to Section 8, her caseworker, or she could transfer. They said no. If she still go, she will lose her voucher, and the landlord will get paid 12 months either. So she decided to leave out the lease, because where you can transfer to another state even, Section 8. So even when she go away, she was barely living there, but just to